This is the first interview for the Kindness News Network. It was an attempt, but it was okay. Fantastic day to everyone. It is 4 p.m. on Monday. I believe it's the 18th of January 2026. I'm heading over to the Hotel Santo Domingo, which is one of the fancier hotels in town. Convention space. Monument, because it's like 500 years old from the old days here. And I'm going to be going over as Monty Cook, kindness reporter for the Kindness News Network, and see if I can get a couple kind stories. A new hat for Dr. Fantastic, and I'm hoping a lot of people will do the same thing, because with this press pass, upside down, this press pass, it's that we issue to our kindness reporters, it should get me into the party. Let's see. Stay tuned. As always, I'm going to have a lot of fun, no matter what. Okay, as I got in the front door, it's the 2026 Antigua Forum Accelerator for Freedom, a project by UFM. Well, freedom sounds a little bit kindness, right? There's the events, but we're going straight in. We're going to see what happens over here. Well, first I want to give you a little tour. That's Fuego in the background exploding. You can see she just erupted a few minutes ago. She erupts about every 15 minutes. And this is a probably a church or cathedral back in the 1500s. And they always, you got to have a gift shop because you got to make money, right? So this is the little gift shop here. But it is quite, let's see here, where do I go from here? It's quite the place to have dinner and to stay. It's very luxurious, very expensive, of course. And they have a parrot. They usually have a parrot right about here. I haven't been here since last year. That was a long time ago. Nice pool. They do weddings here. They've got a couple mummies, which are kind of cool. You can see it's a few years old. I think it's from the 1500s. Antigua was destroyed 3 times. Once by volcanoes, once by earthquakes, and once by floods. And then they finally moved the capital, because it was the capital. They finally moved the capital to Guatemala City. It's a big metropolis now, 4 million people. And I don't know, usually there's a lot of people at the cocktail area. So maybe the convention's over. Sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. Let me just show you real quickly, because you might find this of interest. Let me interview these skeletons. Excuse me, do you come here often? Can I get an interview with you? Or do you do anything kind? Did you do anything kind in your past life, which was a long time ago? It was probably a priest of some sort, maybe. So they have a convention space here. It's probably closed, and they're probably having meetings. But I usually crash the parties and have a couple cocktails and meet a couple interesting people. So yeah, it looks like it's all indoors at this point. See if I can crash it. This is where they host the weddings. It's a pretty cool spot. Very cool spot. Let me give you a little bit better view here. And if we get an interview, we get an interview. If we don't, we don't. It's all, it's all cool. There's the chapel, or the place where, and this is all usually filled with seats. So let's go see if we can get in. Well, it looks like I'm striking out. This is the lecture hall. Really cool spot. I hope to do a speech here one day. That would be very, very nice. But sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Okay, so do you ever put together toys for the kids in Christmas? Well, you should always read the directions. And I probably should have read this, but it says on Monday, which is today, at 5 o'clock, it's going to be the main entrance at Casa Popino. So that's where I'm going to go. Let's check it out. So in my best Spanish, I discovered or was told where Casa Popino is. And she said near the arch on 5th Calle. The arch is very famous. I'll show it to you if you haven't seen it before. And everything happens in life as it should when it should. But the important thing to note here is I'm going to be early. And the secret to happiness and success is to be early, because it's less stressful. And you get the caviar if you're at a party, if you're early. being late in business is a sin. Being late to your wedding, yeah, she'll never forgive you. Don't be late. Always be early. Be early to work and late to leave. You're going to be successful. So let's see what happens at Cafe Popino. So she gave me the worst directions ever. She said it was near the park and near the arch, with two different locations, but you know, of course, my Spanish isn't so hot. I just want to give you a little tour here. This is the Obras del Social Hermano Pedro Hospital and Cathedral, where they have my anti-SAD program running, which releases stress, anxiety, and depression. And that program's working very well. And the drawings get posted on the wall, and everyone's happy with it. And of course, that along with all our other humanitarian initiatives are all downloadable and free at worldkindnesslist.com. This is known as it's a park. It's known as Tank Park, because on the other end there, on the east end of the park, is I guess what they call a tank. And that's where people from the 1500s washed their clothes. And today I think they still, some use it. And of course the vendors are usually in force here during the day, selling their foods and goods and what have you. But so she gave me some really bad directions. But again, I'm still early. I've only been walking for 15 minutes. I need the exercise. You have to look at the positive in everything and know that everything happens as it should, when it should. Will I get an interview today? I don't know. Did you enjoy the video so far? I don't know. But everything happens as it should, when it should. And you got to look at the positive in everything. I'm getting some exercise. I gave it a shot. You saw Santo Domingo, which is quite beautiful. I hope you agree. I've attended a few events there. Not as a kindness reporter, just as Dr. Fantastic. So this is the tank. And they have about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 wash basins where you could, there you can smooch with your girl. A very romantic spot. You could, look at that girl, looks like she could take a bath in it. This is what a basin looks like. Most every house has this in their house. Look at all the basins there. And this is another cathedral. There's so many cathedrals. And they host a lot of private events here. It's not open to the public, but it's pretty cool. And this is a hangout where I used to do comedy and sing, and that's the Snug, an Irish bar. And this is the Polizia. Hola. Always be nice to the police. So let's see what happens. Okay, it wasn't exactly on 1A Avenida as posted, but I found a gentleman who spoke Spanish, and he said, I said, where is Casa Popino? He says, he points across the street. So this is the Universidad Francisco Marroquín. Okay, we'll see if we can get an interview. I give you a shot of the door here. The doors here are historic, beautiful, one might say fantastic. Antigua has a lot of security. This is the gentleman that gave me the directions. I said, where is Casa Popino? He said, across the street. Well, he didn't say that. He said, he pointed across the street. There you go. So as I'm walking home, a little disappointed that I didn't get an interview because this freedom event is secret. I go, it says freedom in it and it's a secret. Okay, that doesn't make much sense. I did learn that it's about entrepreneurship, which is my middle name, Entrepreneur. But I did bump into this young lady here who recognized me. We've known each other for a while, yes. And she said, hello, Dr. Fantastic, and that's always great. And you'll be my interview for this show here.
Okay.
What can we do in this world to make it a kinder and better place for future generations?
I would say respect is something very important. Not just respect others, but make ourselves respected. Not via what we do or what we say, but because we have the strength to say, hey, respect me. This kind of authority. Of course, when people are my age, it's a bit easier, but I think it's important to have this kind of strategy in order to be strong and to help others be kind, because if you ask for respect, people need to be kind, or else they won't be your friends. As easy as that. Of course, lots of prayers and smiles and love and holding hands with your friends and sharing our lives and all that.
Do you agree with her?
I agree with her.
How could you not agree with her? Out of curiosity, do you remember the 3 commitments to kindness, which is behind my philosophy?
Remind me, please.
Well, the first commitment, the hardest, is be kind to yourself. Love yourself unconditionally.
Yeah.
The second is be kind to all others. That stops the wars and the violence and all the bad things that man does. And the third is be kind to Mother Earth. Most people don't forget that because I made it real simple. But it's okay. It's been a year since we saw each other. I don't know how long.
Oh, yeah. All the time at the park with my dear friend Deet.
Deet, yes, Deet. She used to help me feed the poor. We used to feed 100 people a week at the park. But be kind. Those are 2 words that are so important.
And you know what? Right now we're going to be kind to ourselves, and we're gonna get some ice cream.
There you go.
And if we take longer, it's gonna close.
Oh, okay, go.
So allow us to be kind to
Yes,
ourselves.
go be kind to yourselves.
others, and have
Have a
wonderful
fantastic
Thank
day.
you.
And I got a
Okay.
present for you. Hold on 1 second here. So before I ran into Amrock and she said hello, I was just going to record this, which is like, yeah, everything turned out fine. I mean, I met Claudia, and she said it's very secret, we can't talk about it, but she's going to get permission to talk a little bit about it without revealing any secrets. And so she's going to call me, and hopefully tomorrow we'll meet. And so I'm not going to post this till tomorrow in case she does come through with an interview. But again, you know, it's no stress. I got a fantastic interview from Amrock, who I haven't seen in a long time, but she recognized me, and that was kind of cool. And her friend Rebecca is a new ambassador, and she's in Southern California, and she is retired and is looking for something to get into. So it's been a fantastic day. And be kind. Oh, one last thing. I'm going home, and I'm going to cook filet mignon dinner, shrimp cocktail, and a cauliflower steak fried. $6. $6 for 2 filet mignon. And I'm going to have a feast. Why not?